All right, guys, we're at the bridge, we chilling. Okay, so I'm gonna do an overview of how you mount these and wire them. So this is for the 06, 07 upgraded taillights, the ones that have the trunk button. So I'm pretty sure the OG ones have this as well, but I know they don't have this clear plate. There's also a plate right here, which is what gives the LEDs kind of like a distortion compared to the old ones. But basically, you know, you're gonna need an 80 millimeter and then 110 millimeter. I don't know why people tell you guys to get a 90 millimeter, because like it doesn't fit. I ordered it and it doesn't fit. It fits halfway, but if you want to actually fit snug in the back, like how this fits, get the 80 millimeter. Again, I don't know where people got the idea to get 90, because again, it fits halfway. Another thing is, I think they have upgraded these halos where they put 3M tape, because again, I forget whose video I watched. I watched like 3 people's videos, but I know that they had to put 3M tape on the back so this would stick, but this now comes with 3M tape on the back. Don't take my word for it. I don't know if they have like different types of stocks or whatever. So, okay, so basically for the small halo, you're gonna use a drill bit and drill a hole over here and over here. It doesn't matter where you drill it, you know, it can be at the top. I know I'm holding it from each side right here, from side to side. And then once you drill the hole, you're gonna use like fishing wire, and then you're gonna put the fishing wire through the back, and then you're gonna tug it so it's tight, so this holds tight. And at the time I used what I had to use, so I had a JB weld, so I got like some duct tape. I pulled the fishing wire, and then I taped it so it would hold still. It would hold this still, and then I put the JB weld, and this takes like 15 hours to like dry completely, if not more. But again, this is just what I had time. What you're gonna want to use, it's more convenient, is I forget what it's called. It's that old gun your grandma used to like sew, or I don't know what it is. That little gun that you push and this glue melts and it comes out. You're gonna need that, because that dries fast and whatever. It's convenient. I haven't done the other taillight, but that's what I'm gonna do. But cause I let this dry overnight. So again, what you're gonna do is drill the hole again, like I said. Then you're gonna glue it down so it holds still, because you can't really tie it, because it can break or whatever. But that's what it did. And then again, you can watch other people's videos on how to take off these plastic things, this and this. It has like these little, whatever you call it, they're pretty sensitive, so try not to break them, obviously. So when you have the original taillights, you have these circles, these circle dots that glow. So you have this, and then these dots. So I might just call this a ring. I don't know what to call this. So you have the positive and the negative, as opposed to black, but this time it's white. Whatever, I'm not an electrician, but So basically these were connected to the LEDs over here, which I disconnected, and then this side gives power to the circle LEDs. So what you're gonna do, a screw right here, and then a screw over here. You're gonna take this black plate off. So what you're gonna do, again, you're gonna cut the wires that give power to this and the other LEDs. And basically, oh sorry, I gotta explain how you're gonna route the wires. So down here, I made a hole on this plate down here. When you took a butter cookie, like a rainbow hole, not like a hole through it, like a hole, because when you clamp this down, when you push it back, it's gonna be like a tight seal. So you're not gonna want to fish the wire out, because the pressure can it's gonna be tight. There's gonna be no hole. It's gonna be tight. So avoid trying to break off the wire, if that makes sense. Whatever. So I made a hole down here with a drill bit, and then this is literally where the hole is. It comes out. It comes out through. Well, again, I took off this plate, and you have this like little box on both of the halos. And what I did was, as you can see, it's tucked inside of there. So another thing you're gonna want to do is, again, inside of these little, whatever you want to call these, right here, this whole space is where the old plate was of the LEDs from here. And obviously you're not gonna need them, so you can just take them off. And again, it don't make sense once you take this off. You see how you do it? You just kind of like push these little, like something, that'll pop right off. You're gonna need a space so you can actually, again, you can kind of see inside of there, the connector. It comes out through the back or front. The reason why you're gonna want to take that off is because you're gonna want to tuck this little black box inside of here so you can route that. So this is the halo line, this one, and then I taped it right here, and this is where I connected, you know, this to the 110 millimeter halo. It makes less of a mess of wiring everywhere. So yeah, that's why I taped it all the way down, so everything looks nice and snug. And then for the for the 80 millimeter, you're gonna, again, I use a fishing wire. I already explained it, I think. Sorry guys. And you're gonna drill a hole down here, and you're gonna fish this out. So I think on the other people's videos, I don't think they had the halos that had this. So this actually disconnects. So basically, it's this little part. I routed out through here and then connected it back. Because from what I've seen people that have to like literally cut this and, you know, tie it back up because it was like, they didn't have this connector, but now it does. Whatever. And this black box, it's too. So again, you route out through here, and then again, I tape it down so it's clean, and then I put this black box here because when you put the red thing cover in the back, it is pretty like a tight fit kind of. So you know, you can't tuck it down here because there's not gonna be space. Usually, so this is where the that little plate thing comes on, whatever. Again, it don't make sense when we take everything off. Yeah, right here. So this is where, again, when you put this back, you know, this is gonna be right here, and you think you're gonna have space, but you're really not. So that's where we're gonna have to put this black box like taped over here, it's not over here, so you can actually fit it through there. So yeah, you know, this powerhouse, you know, is what's gonna give power to the halos. Again, you just disconnect it. They give power to the old ones. Connect those, and then you should be good. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You're gonna want to use some gloves because when you paint this, you're gonna leave like oily stuff. So once you remove the peel back on the back, you will then tape it onto the clear plate, and this is where you will make the hole right there, so these can fit through. Because obviously, if you just fish these through the back, they will get caught up when you clamp it down. And then you have the hole right there, which is the middle one from the bottom, and then you'll be able to fish this little part through there. So this is how you fish it out from here to the back, and then you'll just pull it, and then you will seat it. You know, it's in place from side to side, which is right there, and then right there. So you would drill with a smaller drill bit, you know, back there. And then once you fish them out, well, what I did, I put this duct tape to hold down to keep the fishing wire in place where it's already at a tight place. So obviously it'll hold the front halo where it's at. So that way I can add the glue where it'll keep the fishing wire in place. And what I used was a hot glue gun. So you wanna spread it on there. So hopefully the duct tape thing makes sense. You know, now I just trimmed it off. Now it's really tight there, the way it's tugged, glued down. But you'll fish it out through there, under there. But you'll get the point once you guys are doing it. So yeah, that's how you fish out the smaller halo, and then you can connect this. So that gives you the chance to, you know, bring this out and then plug this right here, just like that. And you will obviously have to splice these and trim them so they're not too long. And then you're gonna connect the small halo wires to this one, and then the big halo to this one. So this is the powerhouse that lights up the, you know, the side LEDs, and then this one is the one that gives power to the circle LEDs, which you will take off the little piece. You'll take that off because you're gonna have to squeeze this little box like right here. So this is how you will lay the box down, and these wires will be sticking out from right here. So once you put this housing on, you know, they'll have a screw right there and a screw right there to secure it. And then this is one where you will, I forget what this tool is called, but it's for and I don't know what term you use, but to shred the wires, so you can, you know, splice them and connect these. So obviously red goes with red and black will go with the white, because, you know, red would always go with red. I don't know why they changed the colors, but positive, negative, same thing. So that's what you would do when you splice these. Like I said, you will have to trim this because it looks like it's too long, and you're gonna have a big clutter of mess. And yep, you connect these with these. So we have finished finally splicing the wires, and you know, it's best to tape these down just so there's not a mess. And when you put the plate on the back, you know, it's not gonna mess with anything. And I think I should be fine with placing this little like box right there. It might be fine there because it is a tight space, so you do have to make sure this is not hitting anything else, or else obviously the housing will not sit. So I just plug these in to the car to see if they're working, and they're good to go. So now I'm going to put everything back together, and I'm going to put the JB weld. But before that, make sure that you get an 80 grit sponge and you sand all of this down so it's smooth, as well as all of this, just so there's no interruption when you glue it back together. We have the housing inside put on, clear plate, clear side marker over here, and we should be good. Okay guys, this is about like a month later. It took me a while to do the to finish up the video. I had some stuff to do, but I did finish the halos. This is the last one I had to do. I did install these weather strips. It goes from right here down to here, and then I did do it on this side, of course. The reason why I did that was because when you clamp it down, well, in my case, I didn't use clampers. You can do that if you want, but I just use rubber bands. So you know, you have this this piece. This is for the water to go down. You know, it lines up good on this side, but I did have problems on this side. It didn't line up correctly. So that's why I installed these, so the water wouldn't get inside the halos. And I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but I did use JB weld around to seal the taillights. But this is pretty much what they look like afterwards. So these are the 06, 07 updated taillights. They do have a trunk button, but mine didn't come with that when I ordered them. So I did fill this up with hot glue just so water wouldn't get inside of it. And I did take off the bulb from this side, but I am installing the LED reverse lights. So I'm just gonna wait. I don't know why this was looking at me, but I am taking off the lights from this side, but I'm just gonna wait until I take off or install the reverse lights. So these are the hazard lights, but this is the same thing as the turn signals. I know some people do the mod where you use the halos as the turn signal, but I kind of just like this old JDM style.
But that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Peace.